Tom Wilson at the Emergency Operations Center in the City of Kelowna's main fire hall.
And it's approximately 4 o'clock on Friday, and some interesting pieces of equipment have been brought to Kelowna to help mitigate the floods.
Yes, yeah, it's called the Aqua Dam, and it's basically a large 30 centimeter high tube of rubber and tarping it gets filled with water, and it be used as a dam barrier between properties and the lake. It's basically like replacing a sandbag. It's got the weight of sandbags, but is easier to deploy and in tight areas. There's currently one at the near the mouth of Bellevue Creek and the Okanagan Lake.
And how long are they, and how effective are they at helping to prevent floodwaters from moving where they shouldn't?
They fit together. We're getting 8 kilometers delivered here, 8 kilometers worth of this tubing that can fit together as almost like a Lego pieces that can be detached just to cover a certain amount of property that needs to be protected, and they'll be used for the most severe areas or difficult areas to get into with sandbags or equipment where you can't shore up the shoreline any further. So they'll be used in West Kelowna, city of West Kelowna, and Lake Country in the city of Kelowna, wherever it's needed. It'll be sort of figure that out tomorrow once we get them in place and see what the situation is overnight.
And these were brought up from the US, right?
Yeah, I believe they're from Louisiana or somewhere in the southern United States.
So do you think this helps illustrate just how bad the situation could potentially have gotten or could perhaps get?
I think, yeah, it's a reflection of us preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. Last night, on Thursday night, we didn't get the rain we had anticipated, so that's a good thing. But there's more rain in the forecast. The snow melt hasn't completely done its thing yet, so we know the creeks are going to be high for weeks yet. And then the lake level is going to be, is already high and could potentially get higher.
So if a resident happens to come upon one of these aqua dams, don't touch it, leave it alone.
Yeah, and any of those areas, any of those creeks, probably keep a safe distance from them anyway. And these things will be right at the shoreline. So yeah, you probably shouldn't go near them.